Hi everyone, I just want to quickly discuss the upcoming event where we can choose one of the 4-star characters for free, and I just want to go to detail for each one of them. Not in depth, but it will give you an idea which one you would be picking when the time comes. So first off is Beidou. Now, she's actually an amazing sub DPS. With her ultimate, you can potentially have an arc, sort of like an arc lightning, bouncing off between your enemies, which is actually pretty good, especially in, well, specifically in taser teams. While she doesn't really work with Raiden, that's okay, but where she does shine, she actually does her job very well. So if you happen to have Sucrose, Official, Shinsho, Beidou's actually going to be a pretty good pick if you want to build a taser team because she does amazing damage, especially on AoE. Next one is going to be Chongyun. Chongyun's actually He's actually pretty great in terms of cryo because he can infuse your character with the cryo element, and it's actually pretty good, especially if you're trying to do melt. I've seen melt D-look, and it's actually pretty cool. Although you still have to worry about the ICD. It's either 2.5 or within 3 hits before it actually procs another cryo, so you still have to think about that. Ningguang. Jiho hasn't seen the spotlight, especially with Denjo coming around, and so it's not really the best pick, but if you want to get constellations for her, then by all means. Actually, for all the characters, if you just want to get constellations for them, then by all means, go ahead and do that. It's fine. And moving on to Xingling. Actually, Xingling is one of my top picks if you don't have her C6 yet, or if you're close to C4, if you're C3 or C2, definitely pick her up because she definitely is very good in terms of a sub DPS role. Her Pyronado is actually amazing, and her C4 actually extends the Pyronado's duration by 4 seconds, which is very, very good in terms of damage output. So if you don't have her in C4 yet and you can't really decide which character to pick during this event, then definitely Xingling is your best pick. Okay, Xinyan. Xinyan is a mix of two different things. She's both pyro and a physical damage dealer. While she doesn't really excel in one of the two fields, I don't really recommend building her. I mean, unless you really love her playstyle, her kit, then yeah, of course, go ahead and pick for her. But like I said, she's not really meta, or she's not really going to add too much value to your account as opposed to the other 4 stars that are available in this event. Okay, next one is going to be Shinsho. Now, Shinsho is also actually one of the top picks that I would definitely consider for this event because, for one, he is the best Hydro applicator in the game, considering that he's a 4-star, and you know how the main 3 are Xingling, Bennett, and Shinsho. All 3 of them are actually super good, and so if you don't have him on C6 yet, then definitely picking him up is the best way to go. Yanfei has a special place in my heart because she's been one of my first DPSs in the game. She's actually pretty good if you want to clear the game, or if you're an early game player, and she's very simple to play, although it does take a lot of stamina if you plan on using her often, but she's actually super good in terms of dealing pyro damage to your enemies, and the fact that she's a catalyst user means that she can almost always proc her elemental reactions, of course still within the ICD. But the good thing about the ICD is it's actually separate between the normal attack, the skill, and the ultimate. So if you can work around those, then you could definitely proc a lot of pyro-related elemental reactions, which is super good. Definitely pick her up if you don't have a DPS yet. Now, Yunjin is actually a very niche character. Really, the only time I see her being used is with Ayato and Yoimiya, so not really particularly sure if you want to go for that. And if you don't have her C6 and you just want to C6 her just like me, then yeah, you could pick her up. I wouldn't really recommend, since again, she's a very niche unit as opposed to like Shinsho and Xinyan. And finally, with Yaoyao. Yaoyao is of course the newest character in the game. Definitely she's a good addition to your team because Denjo reactions are pretty good, and plus that she's a healer, so she has basically 2 roles already baked into one. So you know, if you really want to maximize those Denjo reactions, then yeah, picking her up would be the best way to go. I would pair her up with maybe the main character so that you get more out of her hit in terms of getting those Denjo reactions in. Like if you need to proc blooms, for example, then she's going to be adding a little bit more at the same time, also be able to heal your team. So those are all the 4-star characters that we have in this upcoming event. I'm curious, which one are you going to be choosing at the end of the day? I mean, of course, it's your choice. Definitely my topics would be, of course, Xingqiu, Xingling, and Yaoyao. Those are my top 3. I'm curious to know, which one are you going to pick? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Consider subscribing to my channel. I make guides and entertaining content about Genshin Impact. If you want to see another one of my videos, click right here in the middle. Thank you for watching. Peace out, fam.